Hello, welcome to Navigating to Success. I'm Jeff Carlton, certified focal point business and executive coach, and I'm extremely pleased to be joined today by Asaad Jiwani of Opulent Official. Welcome, Asaad.
Thank you, Jeff.
So, Asaad's the co-founder and CEO of Opulent Official, exciting company providing resources here to us here in the United States. So, Asaad, why don't you tell us what exactly Opulent Official does?
So basically, what Opulent does is that we are a digital HRM company and we hire resources from Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and Philippines, and then we allocate them into the companies in US and in UK.
And so they're working virtually, so they're not
Yeah,
relocating
it's
from their.
100%. Yeah, it's 100% remote, and it is much cheaper for the companies in US to hire from us because they won't have to pay for their insurance and stuff like that, and because we have it all covered, right?
Right. And how long ago did you start up?
Approximately 1.5 years ago, we started with this company.
So relatively new, but how big are you now? What
Yeah, recently we closed a round of $12 million to a Middle Eastern investor. So we are growing. We are growing day by day. We are growing.
and are you said marketing and tech space. So do you niche down and primarily focus in the IT space? What are your specialties? What don't you do?
Okay, so we offer sales, we offer prompt engineering, and we offer customer support and stuff like that.
Okay. What about
Yeah.
core coding? Do you run do you provide people that program in Python and Java or
No, we are not currently providing any services for coding and programming languages. It's basic. It's mainly on websites, or it's about customer support representatives, or it's for if a company needs to take care of their clients. We provide resources for that.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
So just want to make sure everybody's really clear specifically what they can contact you about.
Mhm.
So you're organized in Casper, Wyoming,
Yeah.
for your US base. Tell me about the challenges of operating overseas for a US, you have a US company formation. What kind of challenges do you face with that?
Okay, so basically the main challenge is the bank accounts, right? Because when we form a company from Pakistan, so we have challenges to form a physical bank account. A non-resident bank account can only be opened if you travel to US. So we have to travel to US very frequently so that we can open a bank account. Then we have to do our taxes. Then there is a lot of taxes there as well. And when we bring payments back to Pakistan, back home, we have a lot of taxes here as well. So it squeezes our margins. So these are some challenges we face. Then the companies usually don't trust you when you're in Pakistan and you have an LLC based in US. They want you to open a physical office there. But what they don't understand sometimes is what we face difficulties in that we are a remote company. We are a remote HRM company, and they are getting resources which who will work remote for them. So obviously it's not an issue if we operate remote, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Um, and we're seeing a change in the business landscape
Hmm.
after the pandemic.
Exactly.
Um, the age of working virtually is there. There's still, and how do you find that balance of doing business in person versus Zoom or just electronic communication?
Obviously it's very different because after COVID everything has changed drastically. Everything has changed, like literally. Zoom wasn't even a thing before, right? We didn't used to do Zoom, but since time changes, AI has now made a significant impact in our lives, so we just have to adopt and go with the flow, right? So it's how it is, and it is gonna change even more. We don't know what's coming next year, right? Nvidia became the largest company in just a year, less than a
Right.
year, I would say. So things are changing crazily. We don't even know what's gonna happen in the next month, right? We're not ready for it.
Yeah, well, and that so that's a good topic to kind of go on is adaptability and
Mhm.
seeing that there's a resistance in the United States to companies adapting to maybe this new work style, but
Mhm.
um, at the same time, when somebody is stuck in their, on they're on a growth trajectory, but they can't afford to bring on another 40-hour a week person, but they could
Yeah,
probably afford to bring on a 20-hour a week person to get to
yeah,
the next step, which is the gap that you fill, correct?
exactly. 100% correct. Or even if they want a 40-hour person, so we can still offer that person, but in a very, very relatively cheaper cost, right? That is what a USP is.
Right. And what is a minimum number of hours per week or per month that you would consider staffing?
There's no limit, to be very honest. We can even staff a person who can work 4 hours a week. It depends on the demand of the company or for a client. Basically, if a company says that we want a person with a 30-hour work week schedule, so we can offer that as well. If someone wants a 10-hour one, we can offer that as well. Every single thing has a different charges, right?
Right. And
Yeah.
depending on the skill level that they're
Mhm.
at, I mean, um, what specific education levels or skills can you provide?
Okay, so basically, all of our employees have a degree. Some have a degree in business, some have a degree in IT services, some have a degree in supply chain management. So there's no one who's undergraduate. We only hire postgraduate, someone who's doing the masters or someone who is uh, traveling and studying, or just postgraduates. So each of our employee is skilled and trained by our team, our team, to manage how remote work is done. Because in remote work, we one thing we need to make sure is that professionalism stays, right? Because there are several tools for that as well. We have Time Doctor to track the productivity of our employee. We have HubSpot to cater all our employees or all the resources so that the client does not suffer, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, in the formation of the business and operation of the business, do you find that do you have to come back to the United States in order to manage affairs here, or are you able to
Uh,
do it all remote?
I'd say I do visit twice a year just because I like US. It's not necessary. I can stay here and work from here as well. But we travel just in case if there is a bank issue or a legal issue, or we just want to visit states, right? Or is if there is a very big deal meeting coming up, so we prefer to visit personally. Or some of our meetings are moved to Dubai as well, so we travel to Dubai quite often.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Dubai's not a bad place to visit. I've been
100%. We raised
it's
our
been
first round from Dubai. First
it's
investment.
been a long time since I've been there, but it was enjoyable when I did go. It was hot. It was very hot.
It's crazy hot. When did you
Yeah.
visit in Dubai?
So, you were kind of talking about what does the future look like, or what is next month or next year? We don't know what's coming, but what is your strategic plan? Where do you think your size and what's your growth trajectory? 12 months out.
So okay, so my one motive to my team, one goal is to work with crazy discipline and just to take all the things that are coming and adopt them and just relearn, unlearn, and learn. Just go with the flow. So, right? For example, if right now we are valued at $80 million, in 12 months I see it at $300 million. That's 100% doable because this thing what we are doing, no one can do better than us. Only people who are in the third world countries can do the same as us. But what we have advantage is that we only hire skilled labor. We only hire people who are very skilled. Like if someone we are offering someone at $2,500 to a US company, that same employee will cost them around $8 to $10,000 in the US per month. So that's a big difference.
Sure. Yeah, so it's kind of a win-win. You're offering a very good wage for where they live in their locality.
Exactly.
So that it balances out. So you definitely see yourself growing and getting bigger and becoming a
100,
force in the market.
100%. In 12 months, in 12 to 14 months, Opulent will be a big game changer.
Very cool. Very cool. And I wish you luck with that. So what is one piece of advice that you would offer to an aspiring entrepreneur or a new business owner? What's one thing that you've learned that really helped you along your way?
One thing that I've learned that on the path of business, you procrastinate a lot. But one thing you need to make sure is that you have all the discipline you need and you work hard, because it's not coming the easy way, right? You cannot build a
Right.
company the easy way. There's no shortcuts to it. You have to work hard, long nights. You just have to work hard, and it will pay off eventually. The second thing is that just get your finances right. Every young entrepreneur needs to get their finances right. This is the biggest issue they face in the long run.
No, that makes perfect sense. I think it's absolutely critical to cash is king, right? Cash flow is king. If you don't have cash flow, then you get stuck in what comes first, the chicken or the egg. Um, so very good. And then everybody kind of answers the question with the same, with a little bit of the same about having the discipline. And if you're going to start a business and you think you're going to work less and you're going to make more money when you start out,
Yeah,
it's probably not
it's
going to
not
happen.
it's not happening. It's never happening. It's just a myth or a dream, or it's a fool's paradise, I would say. It's not gonna happen.
A fool's paradise. I like that. Well, I'll rip that off and use it again. So good. Well, Asaad, thank you. Any parting words before we wrap up?
It's amazing talking to you. It's always amazing talking to people who share the same mindset as us. It's always amazing to talk to you.
Well, thanks for joining me, and thanks everybody for watching Navigating to Success as we explore business journeys, how we got there, what we did good, what we didn't do so good, and hopefully it's helpful along the way. We'll see everybody next time. Asaad, thank you again.